Bonafide Hustler here, and today I want to show you some $5 video games that I picked up at a thrift store, and now I got a problem. What's going on, guys and gals? Chris the Bonafide Hustler coming to you live from the inside of my garage, and we're going to go over a really cool find, or set of finds, that just happened last week. But I need your help because I have a problem. Before we get to the video, make sure you find me on Instagram at the Bonafide Hustler, and if you want to learn how to flip 50 items from garage sales and thrift stores specifically, get the free guide. It's the first link. I might put it here. I have no idea. First link down below, and you can get that free guide. Teaches you a lot of good things. Okay. Last week I was at a thrift store, the perfect timing. I came in at like 1 o'clock at a Goodwill, and you know, here in Austin, Texas, 1 o'clock, it's kind of like, well, 50-50, you're gonna find something at that point. But I came across a bin that had just gotten rolled out, and I picked up 5 video games in that, well, I actually picked up like 20, but I scanned a bunch of stuff and I did some cross-checking and I let go of 15 of them. But I ended up buying 5 at $5 a piece. Technically $5.29 or $5.19, but let's just say $5. And here are 4 of them. You might be going like, okay, there's only 4 in your hand right now, because one of them already sold for $60. But so we have 4 left right here. And of course, you're seeing the front of this one, which is just a complete easy sale for around 30 to $50 on eBay. But that's not really the problem. That's not why I really need your help. What I need your help is for one of these games, and I found myself in a bit of a pickle. Not like one you can eat, but like an actual quandary. Some of y'all might not know that word. Okay, so first game that I picked up, Super Smash Bros. Melee. Great game. You know, this often sells between 30 and $60. eBay, Amazon, things like that. Missing the insert or the, you know, little game guide that's inside, but still good. All right, after that, let's see, there's the game that I want to ask you questions about. After that, we have one called Batten Kaitos, and these are all GameCube games. If I'm mispronouncing the name, it looks like Batten Kaitos, Eternal Wings, and the Lost Ocean. This game will probably sell between like 50 and $100. This one has the insert. It's 2 discs inside this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's 2 discs, and they're in really good condition, light scratches, nothing super crazy. After that, we have Metroid Prime, and this game probably shake out between 30 and $50. So not too bad. This has the insert or the guide inside, all that kind of stuff. And the problem game is right here. And this is interesting because, first of all, it's GameCube. When you look at collectability for consoles, like across the board, GameCube just has an enormous collectability kind of following to it. Most GameCube games that you haven't seen before or you aren't seeing a whole lot of, those tend to be very collectible now, right? And so we're looking at, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're looking at games that are kind of like in the 2000s to like 2005 maybe? Maybe I'm wrong. But there was this one game in the bin. This is called Batten Kaitos Origins. You might be thinking, that's a pretty rare game. Cool, it's like $100. But this one is sealed. So I have 2 problems here, all right? And the first problem, I think I've figured my way through it by going through forums, Reddit, like game collection forums, all that kind of stuff. And that is it really factory sealed or has it been resealed? That's something to consider when you're dealing with anything that is sealed that comes from back then, right? Because you kind of have to wonder, I mean, do you list it as brand new? Or did someone just have a used game, there's some scratches inside, and they've resealed it, they've put it on the shelf at some game store, and then the game store closes down, maybe they donated all their inventory to a Goodwill, who knows, right? Or maybe someone just had it in their collection, they bought it used, but it was still wrapped. Like, there's a lot of weird things. So this one does have the perfect Y kind of seams on every single corner. Perfect. Now, the other thing about this game, it is, you know, sealed in plastic, of course. There are no holes anywhere. There's no peeling. There's no elevated spots due to heat or anything like that. It's completely flush and nice. Now, of course, there are scratches from other plastic things that were around it, you know, and it's kind of surprising that, I think this is factory sealed, first of all, but it's kind of surprising that it survived all those years and donation and the Goodwill bin. I mean, to not have a hole at any corner or any kind of like weirdness to it, it looks perfect. I mean, the plastic is completely sucked to the corners. It doesn't look like a reseal job whatsoever, and there's a perfect Y on each of the flaps, a perfect one. Like it's literally perfect. So that, to me, starts looking like a factory sealed game. Now, here's my problem, and I need you to help me through it. Should I go for a quick flip on this game? Quick flip is probably going to shake out between maybe $300 and $400. All right. And you might be thinking that's really good turnaround. And I'm thinking that too. You know, for $5 and you get $300 like soon, pretty good turnaround. Or do I send this game in to get graded? Okay. And I've never graded anything in my entire life, but I know the process. Okay. It's no different than like sports cards or anything like that. And right now, grading services, I think the one I would go with would be called WATA, W-A-T-A. Grading services are like heavily backed up. And I think WATA might be like changing a couple things over to where I looked at like a slow grade, which is like maybe 7 months or something like that. And that's around $75 to $100. To cut that time in half, I would have to pay around $150 or maybe $170. And that cuts that 7 months in half to like maybe 3.5 months, right? And then I could add an extra $125 to that. So now we're getting close to like $300 to spend to get it graded, okay? And the real question is, what does it shake out after that? Does this game all of a sudden become a $600 game, a $900 game, $1,100 game? That's the real quandary that I'm in. This is the pickle that you deal with sometimes when you're a reseller. So I can tell you right now by looking at it, and I'll bring it up a little closer. You can kind of see, you know, it does have some plastic scuffs, but there are no holes or anything like that. It's a really rare game. Semi-rare, I guess, in GameCube collectability. It's pretty rare, you know? I think one graded did sell for around $700 on eBay. What do I do with this one? Let me know down below. Would you go for the fast flip, right, and get the $300 now, and in 3 or 7 months? I mean, think how many things I could flip with that $300. Like, you know, I could make a substantial amount of money with just $300. Not that I need $300 right now, but you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the kind of thought process you have to be thinking. Or should I go with a grading service and get it graded? Is it really worth doing that on this game? The reason why I'm asking you guys is because I know with my following, there are plenty of video game aficionados out there that could advise me on what to do. And if you're a follower and you're just like, dude, I really like that game, I really need that game, I'll buy it off you for something, you can DM me on Instagram and maybe we can talk. But yeah, this is not a game you see every day. That's for damn sure. So let me know, help me out, and I'll see you on the next Bonafide Hustler video. Take it easy. Goodbye.